mobile gamers? In today's video we are taking a more in-depth look at the troll attack event that is going on in Konosuba. Before we get started, make sure you guys and girls are subscribed to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next videos or when we go live, because we do live stream on occasion. So I only got to talk about this event briefly in the beginner's guide. So we're going to go over to the boss battle real quick, and you'll see right now I made it to extreme 2. This is the highest difficulty. You'll see that we have beginner 1, beginner 2, intermediate 1, intermediate 2, so on and so forth. From 1 to 2, there isn't a difference in the medals that you will receive as a reward. The only difference is a slight recommended power increase. So for the beginner, you'll get 3 medals. Intermediate, you'll get 8. Advanced will yield you 11 medals. And ultimate will give you 17 medals. And then extreme, being the best, you will get 21 medals. So I'm going to go over my team comp real quick, just give you some strategies, talk about what I did to get to where I am. And also, I want you guys and girls to please comment down below what your team comp is for this boss event that's going on. Maybe you can give me a suggestion to help me take down extreme 2. Extreme 2 is honestly ridiculously hard. Like from extreme 1 to extreme 2, it is such a huge difference. I mean, I'm struggling really bad for extreme 2. Maybe you guys and girls who may have completed extreme 2 could give me and other players some tips as well. So we went ahead and we went with a mono red team, of course, because red is the countered element against that boss that we're going up against, so the fire element will do more damage. We have Melissa, we have Cecilia, we have Erika, we have I can't pronounce her name, and we got Rin. Now for this particular event that's going on, you will unlock the 3-star swimsuit Cecilia, and I highly recommend you power her up because she is going to help you a tremendous amount in this event. She's kind of like the cover character for this event, and rightfully so. If you go into the exchange shop, you'll see that there is unique skill potions for her. And the first set is relatively cheap at only 20 medals for 1 potion. And then it does increase up to 40. But this is the main character that you're going to want to have for this event. So I powered her up as much as I can to the max. Just because you have a 4-star character doesn't mean you should necessarily use it, because the 4-star characters are hard to level up their skills. Remember, you either have to pull the character again and use their duplicate to increase their skills, or you need to get one of those pretty rare potions that will increase their skill level by 1. Whereas the 3 stars are way easier to pull is the subs. You want to make sure you're using the correct subs. I think a lot of people may be confused by this, but subs are ridiculously important, because not only will you get that 10% bonus if you use the same character, just a different version of it, I'll say, you also get that specific character's trait. So you'll see right here, it says trait. This first one right here is her main trait. And then these extra 2 are from the sub characters that we are using. Now, if we go and we look at this, now this is where you need to pay attention. All right, so I'm going to click on this one real quick. And the best way to do this is to just kind of go through, look, and you'll notice that you'll see the big red 10% in the top left corners. Oh, that's the character that I should necessarily be using to get that bonus, as opposed to some of the others. Now, I know some of the others may be better in certain circumstances because they will have certain traits that may help out better than the 10%. We know that. But overall, we're just trying to put out as much raw damage as possible just so we can defeat the boss. So if we go and we look, we'll notice that we have a few different versions of Cecilia. You'll see the 10% increase, the 10% increase right here. And we got another one right here. She's a 3-star as opposed to the 2-star. If I put her in my subcategory, you'll notice that the trait now is resistance to seal. Now, of course, if this is what you need, then this is good. There are some characters in the game who give a buff to the complete opposite element that you kind of want. So we're mainly focusing on fire element. You'll notice she does a fire attack, and then she has this other fire skill right here. So we kind of want to buff her fire or her healing, because she also has that heal ability. So buffing her recovery skill effect also will help us. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be better than if we were to use something like this, which is going to give us a higher recovery skill. So now we have these two stacked. For this particular boss, you're going to want to try and craft the wind earrings, because you will get that resistance to wind, because the boss does wind elemental damage. Do the basic wind earrings if that's all you can do, and then power them up a bit. I know early game it can be a little bit harder for some people to get the cyclone earrings, which are an upgraded version, and then of course like the rainbow version being crazy good. Also, you're going to want to make sure you craft the equipment, the appropriate equipment for your character. If your character does a lot of fire element damage, then you're going to want to make sure you craft the dagger that gives them the fire attack boost right here. You know, you don't want to craft the water dagger and put the water dagger on Cecilia or Melissa or one of these characters that focuses mainly on fire element damage. All right, so we have our 4-star Melissa right here. This is the swimsuit one. Gave her the fire dagger right here. We leveled that up to 4. For our jewelry, we have the wind earrings. And then for our subs, we went with these two, which gives us another buff, fire attacks. And then finally, resistance to poison. Now, the resistance to poison doesn't really help us out in this particular case. Unfortunately, there's going to be times where you might have to use a sub that doesn't have a trait that you want because you just don't have the character. All right, and then for our other front one, we had Erika, 4-star, and we did a fire dagger for her. We got it up to level 2. We have the jewelry, the earrings up to level 2. So we got our fire buff. We have another fire buff. And then we have a wind buff. The wind buff is not helping us at all. Complete waste, which stings. I don't think I have another one that's better, unfortunately. I might have to go through and recheck, but I'm pretty sure I checked through everything. And, you know, there was nothing I could personally do about that. So we're kind of stuck on that, which is hurting us a bit. And then for our backup, we have the 3-star Meg. Unfortunately, I wasn't lucky enough to pull a 4-star. I know a lot of people got some 4-star versions of her. But what we do have that's going on well is we definitely have all this fire buff. So we have both her subs. So we get the extra 3%, and then we have another extra 3%, which is good. We have her fire staff equipped up to level 2. I was not able to get jewelry for her just yet. And then our second backup we have is the Swimsuit Rim. This is the 4-star wizard version of her. And then we have another 3-star version. And then, of course, unfortunately, this again, earth attacks, that's not helping us out. The normal chapters are 5 stamina and you get 3 tickets. And then I believe the hard chapters are 10 stamina, but you get 7 tickets. You're actually getting an extra ticket. So it's more beneficial in the long run to do the hard chapters if you're strictly trying to get more tickets for the boss event. All right, and then quickly go over the medal exchange, some things that I'm doing, what I suggest. So you should definitely get the unique skill potions for Cecilia. You should try and have her skills maxed out. Absolutely phenomenal, will help you out for this event particularly. 150 medals, and this will give you one of the skill potions that you can increase a 4-star character skill. Like, this is very valuable because, like I said, it's hard to level up the 4-star character skills. But this is something that I'm particularly going after because I want to power up Melissa as much as I can. She's one of my favorite characters in the game. You're going to need the legendary chalices. These are very hard to come by. I actually have 4 left. I'm going to buy these up in a little bit. Aside from those, another thing that can be hard to get is the stone upgrades right here. We have the moderate and the minor. The moderate can be a bit tough to get, used to upgrade your equipment. I'll see y'all in the next video. Stay happy, stay safe, peace.